Hey, we've had an awesome January here at He Is Revival Ministries. We've been working with Current Church in Franklin, Indiana. We've been really digging in with them. We've been doing quite a few things. We've been preaching a couple Sundays. We've spoken about crossing over, especially when the Israelites crossed over the Jordan when they went into the promised land. Alicia preached on the 12 spies, and I preached on actually crossing the Jordan and stones of remembrance and the things that we remember, and the things that mark our lives. So, along with preaching, we've been speaking with the leadership, speaking into the elders and the pastor, Pastor Gene Fiesel. And we've also been meeting with actually about every single member of the congregation to talk about God's calling on their lives, God's purpose for them, their vision for the future. And it's been phenomenal. We've seen such a big change in people's perspective. I really believe that we've made a big impact during this time simply from talking to people about God's call on their lives. If that sounds like something that you would like done with your church, that you'd like us to come in and actually meet with all the members, maybe talk about what God's doing in their lives, please contact us. We'd love to serve your church in that way. But this month has been a month of vision, not just for the next year. I know a lot of people take January and just talk about the vision for the next year, and we've been talking about that as well. But we've been talking about vision for the future. We believe vision is so important for the body of Christ to move forward. So we've been talking about vision for the future, what people feel like God's calling them to in the long run, what their life calling is, and how they can go about fulfilling God's call on their lives. That's what we're all about. That's really one of the things that's so close to our hearts, is seeing people activated into what God is calling them to in their lives. Another thing that we've been doing with Current Church is we're actually planning a missions trip to Mexico, Mazatlan, Mexico, for October of this year. We're so excited about it. We believe in short-term missions. We believe that a lot of times people can be touched on missions trips, especially short-term missions trips. We've seen people touched in their own hearts, and they also get to touch the hearts of others. They get to actually make an impact in a community, and we believe that people are called to the mission field when they're on the mission field. And yes, there's a mission field here, but there's also a foreign mission field that's completely different. And a lot of times you wouldn't understand or know what the needs are of the foreign mission field unless you've been there. So if your church is looking for a missions trip to go on, please contact us. We would love to include your church in another trip, maybe even in October as well. We'd love to lead your church or maybe just help plan it. This trip is going to be very exciting. We're going to build a whole house in 3 days. We're going to have another day of ministry and outreach. It's going to be an exciting time. And I believe that lives are going to be changed. We're going to be able to make an impact in that community. And we're also, I believe people will be impacted in their own hearts. And God's calling will be made more clear to them through them serving in that capacity. We're going to be working with YWAM. I actually personally am a YWAMer. I lived in Mexico, in Mazatlan, and in Mexico City with YWAM for a year and a half. So I very much believe in YWAM. And I know these people, I know this base, and I know that they're following up with these people. We're not just going, giving them a house and taking off. There's follow-up. So we're really excited about that. So it's been a great month with Current Church. We're so excited for what God is doing in Current. And we love having these month-long or extended, we're starting to call them extended stays, where we stay with the church and really dig in. And you know, those things are not possible without your support. We really appreciate your support, both in prayer, finances, and even just emotional support. We really appreciate all of you and everything that you've done for us. January's been a great month. We're excited for the rest of the year. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all of your support. God bless.